to integrate 3.5 million households that are currently in subsistence economy into the money economy, and to create wealth and jobs. To implement this, government is providing shillings 1 trillion .05 for the full implementation of the parish development model in the new year 2022-2023. The parish development model is an extension of government's approach to development as prioritized under the third National Development Plan 3. I wish to use this opportunity of this World Population Day event to encourage Ugandans to take advantage of the existing government programs in order to create wealth instead of marrying off young girls to get bride price. Government is working with its ministries and agencies and does not support and entertain the practice of marrying off young girls who are supposed to be in schools. We shall not allow this to continue because child marriage is a significant barrier to our country's socio-economic transformation. Regarding education, I would like to emphasize that the government of Uganda introduced universal free education, both primary and secondary, to our children. The reported practice of charging fees in government schools must stop. Ugandans will recall that when the NRM government came to power, we had unfavorable development indicators within the population. For example, before 1986, there was limited access to education, health services, a high disease burden, low literacy level, low immunization rate, and high rates of malnutrition. All these led to increased mobility and mortality. We have since reversed all this, and we are making progress in the following areas. 1. Ugandans are now healthier and living longer. Life expectancy in Uganda has increased by 20 years in one generation. From 43 years in 1991 to 63.3 years in 2016. Resulting from this, Uganda's population increased from 14 million people in 1986 to 45 million people currently. This population is projected to reach 50 million people by the year 2025 and 102 million people in the year 2050. As a result, number 2, of increased immunization against the killer diseases, fewer children are now dying from preventable diseases. In fact, the infant mortality rate has reduced from 122 deaths per 1,000 live births in the year 1991 to 43 deaths per 1,000 live births in the year 2016. In fact, this is one of the development goals where Uganda has performed very well. Number 3, the number of women dying in childbirth and pregnancy-related concerns reduced from 506 deaths per 100,000 live births in 1991 to 336 deaths per 100 live births in 2016. The proportion of the population living in poverty fell dramatically from 56% in 1992 to 20.3% in 2020. Number 5, Uganda's GDP per capita increased to US dollars 1,046, which is equivalent to Uganda's shillings 3.7 million per person per year. We have therefore passed the threshold for becoming a lower middle income country. The entrance point to the lower middle income status is $1,036. This is a big achievement. Therefore, we cannot allow such negative practices as child marriage to continue, because they are a significant barrier to our socio-economic transformation. As you have heard from the previous speakers, adolescent mothers are twice as likely to die from pregnancy and child delivery complications. Teenage pregnancy contributes to 20% of infant deaths, and teenage mothers are 3 times less likely to have professional jobs and twice more likely to be self-employed in sustainable agriculture. So, as you can clearly see, child marriage and teenage pregnancy are the true enemies of our becoming an upper middle income country. I therefore call upon all Ugandans to reject tendencies that promote child marriage, teenage pregnancy, and gender-based violence. We should instead focus on safeguarding the health and education of our adolescents. The NRM government will continue to provide these young people with education, skills, jobs, and health care so that they become the engine of economic growth, more so that Ugandan population is mainly comprised of youth at approximately 70%. We shall also continue engaging them through mindset change campaigns. These efforts will deliver a productive workforce, and this is what is called the demographic dividend, and it spells out the economic benefits that we can have as a country from a health, skilled, gainfully employed young population. We should always remember that our youthful population is our greatest asset. So, we should all work towards improving the productivity and welfare of our young Ugandans. I call upon the leaders across the country and the Teso sub-region in particular to work with government to solve problems of child marriages and teenage pregnancies. All girls should be in school learning, a skill which they can utilize to gain some income. They should not be having babies. Those that have already had babies should be given a chance to gain skills that can empower them towards earning a living. Lastly, I would like to assure the people of Teso and other neighboring regions that we have strengthened security to deal with the issue of cattle rustling. We have trained local defense units to boost our infantry manpower, and soon we shall defeat the cattle rustlers. Uganda needs all of us prosperous, health, productive, and creating wealth. Do not relax about COVID-19 because it is still with us. Heed all vaccination campaigns as well as observing SOPs, standard operating procedures to avoid death. I wish all Ugandans a happy World Population Day. Eyaramanoi, thank you so much. For God and my